3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Minifridgeinthia here, and welcome to my first review, finally, of Resident Evil Origins Collection. Resident Evil Origins Collection is a compilation of the 2015 HD remaster of the 2002 GameCube remake Resident Evil, and also the recently released 2016 HD remaster of the GameCube game Resident Evil 0. I won't be spending a lot of time on the actual games themselves, rather I'll be having a look at the package as a whole, seeing what the HD remaster does differently to the GameCube versions, and also seeing how the overall package works as a disc copy. Everything looks absolutely beautiful, from the flickering of the lights to the texture of the zombies, especially seeing as on the GameCube remake anyway, I didn't see the iris of the zombie move before and look at the camera. That's something that I never really saw in the GameCube version. Both games have been given a brilliant facelift from every little bit of detail. If I have to be honest, there are certain textures that didn't really transition well into the HD remaster, like the guy that you meet just before Yawn, the giant snake. His arm that's apparently bitten by Yawn didn't really look that good, especially on the PS4. It was just a little bit distracting to me. The other problem that I have is that when I pause the game, it goes from a widescreen view back into its original GameCube formatting. I understand that with the menus, it's just a little bit jarring for me to see. Also, the controls have been fine-tuned to an absolute T, with even better controls given to you. Now you can either use the Resident Evil tank controls of the original games, or you can switch right to the analog stick and get full 360-degree movement. This is something that I don't really use myself because I'm used to the tank controls of the old Resi games, but it's still great to know that people who weren't a big fan of the tank controls can get into this game absolutely no problem. This game on disc is only £30, which is really good, especially seeing as both games are £16 on the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store. But you should only get this version under 2 conditions. 1, you like collecting the Resident Evil games like I do and actually play them, and 2, if you actually like 0. A lot of people are split in the middle about 0. Some people say it's not as good as Resident Evil Remake, some hate it for that reason because of the 2-player system of it, and some people liked it because it was one of the last Resident Evil games that ended up using this old style of tank controls along with fixed camera angles, until it moved over to Resident Evil 4 where it was an over-the-shoulder perspective. Either way, if you're a big Resident Evil fan, I suggest picking this port up. It is absolutely brilliant if you like both games. If you don't like them though, don't end up buying them. But because of the fact that it's 2 brilliant games packaged together with absolutely all their features intact, and also extra costumes and little bits and pieces here and there that make it an overall brilliant package, I give this game a high recommendation to any Resident Evil fan who's out for another disc copy of the amazing games.